What's going on, everybody? First and foremost, thank you so much for being here. And second of all, does the mic work? Is everything loud enough? Can you guys hear everything? Let me know if you guys can hear me talk, and then let's get this thing popping. Hello, everybody. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Hey, everybody. Rufus, what's up, man? Thank you so much, Chantel, for being a channel member. Thank you, JT, for being a channel member. Thank you, Don, for being a channel member. Thank you, Maytag, for being a channel member and a mod. Thank you so much, Maria, for being a channel member. Thank you so much, Mario, for being a channel member. Thank you so much, Peter, for being a channel member. Thank you so much, Midge, for being a channel member. What's up, SD Rupp, for being a channel member. Thank you so much, JS Pat, for being a channel member. Thank you very much, everybody. Rufus, what's going on? Elaine, what's going on? Thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you so much, loud and clear. I got another mic. I like these little mini mics. They're really, really cool because I can pick them up and hold them. So I'm glad that this is working out. What's everybody doing tonight? What does everybody want to talk about? Any questions that we could start with? I had a great day today. I did 5 one-on-ones. I had a great time, and I am learning a lot about people. You're coming in 5 and 5. Let's go. Thank you so much. Guys, if you're here in the live, just ask a question, and I'll start talking. Other than that, I'm just saying hello to everybody. There's not much for me to talk about, except for looking forward to this week, looking forward for any entry points when it comes to Tesla, looking for an entry point when it comes to Robinhood for this week. I feel like I just want to talk like this. It's just so much easier, right? All right, let's rock and roll. Looks like we're getting some questions. What's up, Adam? Thanks for all of your videos. You are most welcome, Dave. I really appreciate it. You are most welcome. Call me crazy, but I like to talk like this. Let me know if there's going to be a problem with the sound. I'll put it back on my hoodie. Watching you for in about an hour. Wow, you're binge watching my videos. Thank you so much, Elaine. I really appreciate it. I like your videos, Adam. I'm hearing a lot about selling puts. I am learning a lot about selling puts. Yeah, this is the channel for selling options, guys. I will be putting out content for leap options and things like that, but I'm not going to be putting it out on the normal channel. I'll leave that for maybe YouTube channel members or community members. And the Discord will be coming up within the next 30 days. It's already out. I just got to review it to see what's up. Chantel, how are you? Hi, Adam. So many questions. Wish I wrote them down. Don't worry about it. After this, at 9 o'clock, guys, we're going to have only a channel member live, and I'm going to put my link inside of the chat, and anybody can join. So instead of me just talking, we'll have like a panel, and we could talk about any questions you have. So make sure at 9 o'clock p.m., channel members only, YouTube channel member only. We're going to have another live. Until then, anybody ask a question. Great chat today. Yes, Sean, we had a fantastic chat. Thank you so much for calling in. Hey, Jamie, new here. Shout out to you. Congratulations that you're here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Where can I sign up for a one-on-one? Okay, you are actually in luck because somebody for next week canceled a one-on-one. So there's actually an opening next week for 12 o'clock. I'm going to give you the link right now. One moment. Guys, if anybody wants a one-on-one, this is the link right there. I just put it out on the chat. You guys can book a one-on-one. If there's 5 people that want to book a one-on-one today, then I'll open up a Wednesday if you guys want. I'll do an extra day if you guys want. I have a question about puts. What would be the reason to sell a put above the current strike price? What would be the reason to sell a put above the current strike price? Okay, if you think, right, so if you believe that the stock is going to go up and you want to collect a lot of premium, like probably 5 or 6%, maybe higher, you can hit a strike price above the current share price. By doing this, you are basically making a big bet saying, I think that the price is not going down. I think the price is not staying here. I actually think the price is going to go up. And if that's the case and you sell a cash secured put above the current share price, you're going to kill it when it comes to your premiums. I've done this before. If you guys remember, I did an MSTU video, not this last one for a $4 strike, but I did a $7 strike MSTU video where I showed you that. I hope this answers your question. Let me know if you have any more questions. Let me just pin this. I'll pin this. All right, guys. All right, I pinned that really fast. Let's now do this. Elaine, have any thoughts on where Palantir will be at the end of this week? I have a covered call at 138 expiration on Friday. I think you're going to be perfectly fine with that 138 expiration. I don't think that you're going to hit. However, we could do some technical analysis. Let me just put this away. Guys, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to put it right here. Let me know if this sounds... Let me know if this sounds okay. Yeah, let me know if this sounds okay. I'm going to share my screen and we could do some technical analysis. All right, let's get in Palantir. I'll share my screen in just a moment. 1 second. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Elaine, I'm going to share my screen. 1 second. Share screen, window, boom, share. Okay, guys, let's look at the technical analysis. So this is the technical analysis for Palantir. The first thing I want you guys to take a look at is the RSI. It's right in the middle. This looks good. It could either go up or it could go down. If I thought that Palantir has a chance to go up, I would be worried if the RSI was right here. But since it's in the middle, I'm not really paying attention to that. Let me just remove your things. And then for the stochastic isolator, I know, isolator, it's right in the middle as well. So I'm not worried about that. Let's look at the main screen over here. Palantir is literally right in the middle. The top of the Bollinger Bands right here is 136, and there's a massive, massive volume shelf at 131. So Elaine, you have a 138. I would not be whatsoever worried about a 138 expiration whatsoever. I think you're good. Hi, I believe you have options expired the same day. I believe you have your options expired the same day. What is the benefit to that instead of having them staggered? Thanks. So I have all of my options expiring on the same date. The reason why I do that is because it's easier for me to manage my options. Since I sell over 1,000 every single month, and I probably sell closer to 20,000 options for the year, for me to manage them and have them on different dates, it would be a job. And I don't want a job, guys. I want to be retired and I just want to enjoy minimum management. So I do 4 weeks out. I don't touch the options usually until the last week. And that's it. I hope that answers the question. Roman, what's going on? I have a very, very special present for you because you are my first channel member. And I'm going to give you that in the next 30 days. It's going to be something really, really cool. So I really appreciate you being the first channel member of the channel. Hi. Just discovered your channel recently. Your videos have been very informative. Thank you. Really helping me understand. It is absolutely my pleasure to serve you. And I appreciate all the newcomers. Guys, we have 50 more minutes for this live, and then we're going to do a channel members only live where people can log in and we can talk instead of just chat. So definitely hit me up with your questions. Hey, Adam, I sold a covered... Oh, I remember you, Palantired. I remember you from the old channel. Shout out to you. Hey, Adam, I sold a covered call, strike price 10.50, expiring Friday. Market closed. The stock was at 10.19. Shares were assigned in overnight markets. Totally didn't expect that. That is very, very weird because I believe the market ends at 4:30. I never experienced this, but I believe it ends at 4:30. If I was you, I would contact the brokerage if you don't want that to happen. But I would probably wait until Monday to see what price the shares expire, because it could be a blessing. What if the price drops dramatically on Monday, and then you can scoop this up for cheaper, or maybe start doing a cash secured put. But but I would definitely consult with your brokerage and ask them how that works. Dave Seddon, how are you? I have a covered call for Hood, strike price $72, expiring 6/13. Would it make sense to wait or close on Wednesday and Thursday? 6/13. Let me see where we are with Hood. Let's pull up the screen. One second. All right, let's pull up the screen. All right. So Robinhood right now is trading at $70. This is without counting after hours. So you have a $72, which is $72 is literally at the 20-day moving average. The thing is, we didn't get into the S&P 500, so it went down. I think you'll be okay with the $72. I think that, again, this is what I think. If it's me, I wouldn't touch it and I would wait, especially to see what's going to happen on Monday. But the market should open up at $70. I was kind of telling you in one of my videos, I was telling everybody that, Robinhood is definitely overbought right here. It was past the RSI and it was past the stochastic oscillator. And I think you're good on that one. But again, what I think doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that's the way the market's going to go. Do you like penny stocks for options? I don't like penny stocks for options, although I do it on some stocks that are under $5, for example, MSTU, but I don't in general like that. What would it cost for the Discord? Roman, you get a Discord for free, and I'm actually going to give you a free membership for the community membership. I'm building out a website, so anybody that's a channel member on YouTube is going to have channel member lives at 9 o'clock, which is happening right after this. And anybody that's going to be a channel member for YouTube is going to get access to the Discord. So you already have access to the Discord. Once you become a channel member, it's going to be linked to your email that you use for YouTube. Besides for that, I'm going to have community membership, and the community membership, I'm going to announce a little bit more about that later, but that's a present from me to you for being my first channel member. And also when I get merchandise, just remember me. To remind me, I'm going to give you some merch as well. Thank you very much. Craig, how are you? I hope everything's doing good, man. Good evening to you. Guys, if you want to book a one-on-one, this is pinned in the comments. We're still doing the beta pricing for one-on-ones. I did 5 today. I did 5 on Wednesday. I did 5 on Sunday. And I have 4 booked for this coming Sunday. I have 1 spot open for this coming Sunday in 1 week. If somebody's interested to book a one-on-one, so far it's $50 for 45 minutes for financial entertainment, not financial advice. And we could talk about whatever you guys want. Hi, Adam. You mentioned tax strategy with treasury yields. What's that about? Sure, Mississippi. So basically, every dollar that I make, I pay myself 50 cents, and 50 cents I put away for taxes. When I put it away for taxes, I usually buy short-term treasury bonds in the form of BIL or SGOV, SGOV. SGOV and BIL are both short-term treasury yields. It's like a U.S. Treasury bond ETF. And they pay roughly 4.5%, no city or state taxes. And while I'm waiting to pay my taxes, I'm collecting dividends. And also the good thing about that is, since it's in Robinhood, Robinhood allows me to borrow against that for more IOUs to sell more cash secured puts. So it offsets your total tax bill by roughly 2%, depending on how much you put in the beginning of the year versus the end of the year. Guys, by the way, not financial advice. I'm just a 42-year-old who retired last year at the age of 41 years old in 2024. So this is not financial advice, just entertainment. Can you explain how to manage taxes using a corporation? I wouldn't be able to know that. You would have to ask an accountant. I don't trade under a corporation, so I can't tell you something that I don't know. I made a profit, but didn't expect to be assigned overnight. Any suggestions on how to avoid getting assigned overnight? I was hoping to keep the shares. So I know you can call your brokerage and tell them that before you get assigned, there's an ability for you to buy out the contract, if I'm not mistaken. I don't do that. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I remember somebody did that. The best suggestion I could give you is just call your brokerage and just Ask them about it. If you want but yeah, make sure to call the brokerage. They're going to answer you right away, especially if it's Robinhood, and they can give you special accommodations if that's what you're needing, right? If that's what you need. If you want a one-on-one, there's a pinned comment. Just click on the pinned comment and you can make an appointment. I have an appointment that's coming up next Sunday. I have one appointment left. If there's more people that are interested, I'll open up for this coming Wednesday as well. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, series. Maytag, what's up, my friend? Adam, let's hear about your Tesla covered call strategy. How do you do standard 20 Delta? Yeah, sure, I got you. 1 second. Let me just take off my sweater. It's getting a little hot here. All right. So for the Tesla's covered call strategy, I put out a video yesterday and I put out a video on Thursday. So let me just pull it up, make life simpler. 1 second. Okay. So my Tesla strategy is, if you look at Tesla, the 4 bottom points, the floors of Tesla, was at 225. It was at 225. It was at 221. It was at 227. So this is kind of like a floor for me. And for the last month, Tesla is up, but for the last week, you see Tesla just took a dump, whatever. You guys all know what ended up happening. Tesla literally went from $340. Tesla went all the way down to $277. So if you press trade options and you're going to sell a put, so go 5 weeks out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually I do 4 weeks, but this one's going to be 5 so that they coincide with my other expirations. So you want to be selling this one right here, this 225 strike. The problem is at the 225 strike, this is a 1 delta, and it's probably not going to end up happening. So you're hoping that Tesla on Monday is actually going to go down. So if Tesla can go down and it's red on Monday, and this number right here becomes 450, if you get 450, then you're going to be getting 2% on this play. But if this goes to $5, this is a home run play, and this is going to give you 2.2% on your option. If you want to do weeklies, if you're going to do weeklies, then let's do weeklies would be so the equivalent of that play for a weekly play would be this right here, which would be the 202. And then if you go to calculator and you go 100 divided by 255, and then you're going to times it by 2. This is going to give you 0.8. If you times this times 5, you would actually end up getting 4%. So if you do this play for 5 weeks straight, you're going to do 4% in premium, as opposed to doing the other play for 5 weeks, and you would only get 2.2% at best if the price drops. This is the price you're getting right now. So actually, if you were to sell weekly puts on Tesla at a 255, for example, Monday, let's say the price is roughly the same, and you do it at a $2 bid, then you're going to be getting quite a significant amount of interest. Actually, I might do this play Maytag for a week. This looks really good. This is a really good weekly option, it looks like to me. The 255 seems very, very solid. And if we're going to go for Tesla, you could see that Tesla is towards the bottom of the RSI. Tesla is towards the bottom of the stochastic isolator, which means it can still go lower because it's not quite there, but it's not going to go much lower or lower than the 255. And the bottom of the Bollinger Bands is right here at 285, which doesn't really matter in this specific case because there was such a massive drop. However, you can see that it's starting to cool off, and it could go a little bit lower, but you're right around there. So if you want to do weekly Tesla options, I would do this one, Maytag, personally. I would do this one at a 1 delta, 88% in your favor, but this is actually a really, really good premium if you can get this. And if the price of Tesla goes a little bit down, like if it's going to be red tomorrow, then you're probably going to be getting closer to 220 for this. So that's what I would do. 1 second. Thank you so much. Like the videos. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for all of your support. Thank you so much. Channel members, we're going to have a YouTube live just for channel members after this. So if you are a YouTube channel member, don't go anywhere after this. Yes, free your hands away. Thank you. Thank you, Lily. Series, I'm way too bullish going into earnings. Into earnings for what? Which stock? Are you completely out of Palantir? Yeah, I'm completely out of Palantir for my own position. I do have quite a significant position in my son's portfolio, and my daughter also has Palantir. For anybody that knows, the reason I got out of Palantir is not because I'm not bullish. I love the company. I hit my goal to retire, and I didn't want to take an ounce, not an inch of more risk. And I'm looking for re-entry into Palantir. And if Palantir is going to go down to the $60 mark or something like this, I'll be happy to get back in. I'll probably drop like $1 million on it. But if Palantir does not go back down to 60 or, somewhere around there, I'm okay. I made my money. I'm retired. I'll look for another entry of something else. But I am extremely bullish when it comes to Palantir. But all we need is one bad earnings, and I'll be able to get back in to Palantir, in my opinion. Super bullish. I love Palantir. I love the company. I love the CEO. I love the community. I love the content creators. I love everything about this company. I love what it stands for, and I would love to get back into it. But it is what it is. How long would you recommend someone to sell options before they start working into managing a low figure position profile? They start working. I mean, there's not really an answer to that. You can manage, as long as you want. At the end of the day, it's when you feel comfortable. I don't know how good you're going to get when it comes to these options. So it's all about how good you feel comfortable doing this and not, right? I've been selling options for a few years now, and it's been super cool, but I got the hang of this really, really fast. And, you could get the hang of this in 2-3 months. The key is to get comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And the only way that you're going to do that is if you do a lot of options and you get into trouble. Until you get into trouble, you don't know how to manage options. When you get into trouble and, you learn to manage options, this is when you're on your way. Adam, you said it right. Thank you, Adam. Absolutely. My pleasure. What indicator shows the volume shelf that you are showing? Okay. The indicator for the volume shelf is called VRVP. And if you're going to add this to your trading view, just make sure to change the row size to 1000. I think it's automatically on 10 or 100. You want it at 1000. And these volume shelves just act as support one way or the other. See, like this is massive support. This is massive support, which Tesla broke through. But then you also have a 200-day moving average that if Tesla breaks below 291, that's essentially the last piece of support for Tesla. Who are your favorite traders? I am my own favorite trader. And if you're talking about like pro traders, I really like, I got to say Warren Buffett and give him his respect. I really like Ray Dalio. He's probably like my number one because I like his thesis and his theory of how to invest in things that you use every single day. Once I started doing that, it was easy to pick stocks. And I highly respect Bill Ackman. There's others, Stanley Druckenmiller and a couple of others, but really, Ray Dalio is the only person that I follow in terms of his style. I respect Warren Buffett. Of course, you have to. And I respect Bill Ackman. How's the pickleball coming? I'm doing really good in pickleball, man. I get to go play. I played yesterday. I played before yesterday, the day before that. And it's becoming my routine. And after pickleball, I do some working out in the park. As you guys see, I have like an icy hot patch over here because I am old, fat, and out of shape. So it's a little hard to work out and get back into it. I actually have a bummed shoulder left. I did PRP injections here where the bicep connects to the shoulder. I have to go back on Wednesday to do another one. And I did a PRP in my knee. That helped out a lot. And if you guys are unfamiliar, PRP, stem cells, like natural healing, I'm really about it. Stem cells really saved me with my back. I couldn't walk. So it was amazing. Do you sell options on Palantirs? If so, have you been called out? I don't sell Palantir options because I don't own Palantir right now. I had Palantir options before. I never got assigned on Palantir options, and I was able to roll them out super, super good. You guys can ask Amit. Until I got out of my position. I think I sold my position of Palantir roughly $50-something, not including all the premium that I collected. But that was the last amount of my shares. I did sell shares before that as well. At one point, I had 46,000 shares of Palantir. Am I sad about it? I did a little bit better than that anyway, so I'm okay. But I really want to get back into Palantir. It holds a personal place in my heart. However, I am in the IPO for Voyager. Voyager is a partner of Palantir. Palantir invested in Voyager, and Voyager uses Palantir technology. They're a space company, and they're going public, I believe, this week, if I'm not mistaken. So I invested in them pre-IPO. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And that company I'm not going to touch. Hopefully it's going to be the new Palantir. Anything special about the third Friday of the month? I don't know. I keep hearing about that. I could not care less about this. So I don't know. Nothing for me. I'm sure there is, but nothing for me. What are your thoughts about Hims? Hims is a good company. I was buying Hims when it was $3.50. I was making videos about it when nobody cared. I like Hims. I got nothing bad to say about it. I got nothing bad to say about it at all. So Hims the company I like. I like Hims the company. They're doing really big things, and the reason why I bought Hims in the beginning, by the way, at $3.50 is because of Ray Dalio. So Ray Dalio says invest in companies that you know and something that you use, which is one of the reasons why I invested in Robinhood, Walmart, and companies like that. The reason I invested in Hims is because at one point I was losing my hair. I ended up doing a hair transplant, so now it's fine. It's coming back. I'm 6 months in, and it's just growing like crazy. I'm very happy. I didn't go to Turkey. I went to America. If you can afford it, do it in America. But I bought Hims because I was losing my hair, and I used the Hims products, and Hims actually grew back my hair. And I'm like, this is amazing. And if I use it, other people are going to do the same. So I like Hims. I would wait for Hims to drop. If you have Hims, I would hold it. But if you want to get into Hims, I wouldn't be buying it at these prices. Do you have any rhyme or reason between having stuff as cash secured puts versus starting a covered call? No, it's very simple. I mean, if you have the shares, you do a covered call. If you don't have the shares, you do a cash secured put. For me, I prefer cash secured puts because I can do it as IOUs against the margin. And I don't have to buy the shares. If I buy the shares on margin, then I have to pay margin rates. But if I do cash secured put, I don't have to pay margin rates. So that's the only preference. You finally got that word. Yeah, I know how to say the word. Everybody, a few people like on my one-on-ones when I'm doing the one-on-one sessions. They're like, Adam, we know you know how to say it. I was like, of course I know how to say it, but I like to joke around about it anyways. Yeah, Roman, my pleasure. Just stick with me, guys. In about 30 days, I'll have the website up. I'll have the Discord up. And I'm going to have a really cool offerings for everybody as a community. You are so giving in many ways. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate that. Thoughts on selling options on quantum computing stocks? I don't really have a thought about quantum computing. I listened to Martin Shkreli. He was talking to Ahmed, and he made a really big case about quantum computing, how it's absolutely BS, and he's shorting it. I'm actually more in line with what he's saying about a possible shorting of quantum computing stocks. So, but I didn't make a decision yet, and I didn't get a chance to research it yet. So that's all I could say. I got assigned on Hood at 60. Now I have a covered call expiring on Friday at 70. I'm thinking I'll just let them get called away and rinse and repeat. Yeah, see, like that's what I'm saying. This is a wheel strategy. So people get so nervous and they get so scared that shares get assigned. Don't be scared that your shares get assigned, because it's possible you can buy back or sell the shares for a higher price, or buy back the shares at a lower price, and then you just continue it. So congratulations to you. If you had $500, would you start with strategy-wise? I wouldn't. If I had $500 and that's all I had, honestly, I would just buy options and I would take the most risk possible. At the end of the day, you want to build wealth. Selling options is a low risk, good reward. But you want extremely high risk, extremely high rewards in order to make capital. So if I only had $500, I would not be selling options. I would be buying options. I am nice. I now put 50% of my premium into dividend CEF to pay my taxes. CEF is a closed-end fund. Thanks for the advice about putting 50% aside. Yeah, my pleasure, but it's not advice. This is just financial entertainment, not financial advice. Again, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. My liked videos. If anybody wants to be a channel member, we have a live in 28 minutes right after this live, only for channel members. I'm going to put the link in the comments when we go on that live. And anybody that wants to join, we can talk and discuss and share screens. It'll be great. It's not just through typing. We can literally have a conversation, whoever wants to. I'll definitely call them. So you were saying normally shares aren't assigned overnight. To be honest with you, I don't recall. I know that, no, they are assigned overnight. But the weird part is that at the end of closing, you're saying that the strike price was above the share price. And then in after hours, the share price went above the strike price, and that's why you got called, if I understand that correctly. Getting assigned is normal in after hours. Getting assigned in after hours after the day closed and you were not in the money is weird to me. Yeah, man. It gets hot over here. Thank you so much for being a channel member. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, Triceptive. I hope that you can become a, you can join the live after this. Thank you so much. I like selling puts, and your videos was awesome. What about covered calls? I hold a lot of shares, and I would like to earn premiums on them while holding. Yeah, so if you want to sell calls on shares that you don't want to get assigned, I just sell under a 1 delta, right? That's it. If you want to give me a stock that you hold, Maytag, I'll pop it on the screen, or you could hold it for the YouTube live, the members only live, and we could go over it. As a matter of fact, if you want to go over it on the members live, I'll share I'll share the link, and you can come on stage. Adam, how do you handle option around earnings? I usually stay away from them until earnings, but I wonder. I mean, I don't really care so much, to be honest with you. A lot of people are so worried, but during earnings, you collect so much more premium, so you could be a little more careful. Maybe if there's an earnings, I'll sell it a week earlier or a week later. I don't really pay too much attention to it. Maybe I'll skip a week. Any risk of selling options on Tesla before the robo-taxi event? I mean, it depends on what you think is going to happen. Is it going to be a sell the news event, or is it going to pop? Usually it's sell the news events. So, So I believe the Greek Vega, no Vega, Vega. So Vega is the amount that the option is going to move by a 1% move of implied volatility, and implied volatility is controlled by something like a robo-taxi event. So you'll probably be getting more premium because the risk is higher. I bought some covered call options on SoFi. I bought or sold on SoFi that expires Friday with a strike of 15. I don't want to get assigned. I don't think you're going to get assigned. Wondering if I should roll them on Monday or Tuesday if SoFi keeps trading at 14. So right now SoFi is at $14. I wouldn't touch it until SoFi is going to start breaking out. But you have some room, man. You have some room. If it's me, I would just wait. I wouldn't do it yet. Let me see where SoFi is. So SoFi is at $14.30. You have some room to go. So I would just wait. But if you feel uncomfortable, then yeah, roll it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I do. All that matters is what you feel is right to do, right? That's all that matters. So you do what's good for you. If it's me, though, I wouldn't be rolling it on Monday. I would wait. But if SoFi starts going up, then I would roll it. But at $14.30, I would wait. Let's see where it would open up tomorrow, right? Adam, do you share any of the more risky crypto stuff on some other channel? No, I don't anymore. But if the community is going to want it, once I open up the community membership and I have the website, I'm going to plan to show my long options, so buying options, how to make multi-baggers, and I'm also going to be showing. I don't really have crypto plays. The only thing I hold is Algorand, HBAR, and Solana. Other than that, it's all Bitcoin. So yeah. Have you seen all of the bad press on Palantir? Someone is trying to tank it, so may get a buying. Yeah, I saw something about Palantir spying on people. I mean, it's all BS, but at the end of the day, I really want to get back into Palantir. I would love to buy $1 million worth of Palantir, and I would sell so many covered calls on Palantir. But I refuse to buy Palantir at $125 because, and I don't care what anybody says, you are now paying for what's going to happen 5 years in advance. Every single thing has to be perfect for Palantir in the next 5 years to justify the $125, $135 price tag. God bless. Rizwan, hi, I'd like to join channel. How do I do about that? Rizwan, what's up, buddy? Also, Rizwan, didn't you want to do a one-on-one? Oh, did somebody book that? Somebody just booked the 12 o'clock, right? I think somebody just booked the one-on-one. Yeah, I think somebody just booked the one-on-one. Cool, awesome. If I have 5 people that are interested, I'll open up one-on-ones for this Friday. In terms of my channel, let me give you guys a channel membership. 1 second. Home. Okay. And book a one-on-one. Guys, 1 second. I'm just going to pin this to the top. Guys, I just repinned it. If you guys want to become channel members or you guys want to do a one-on-one, there's a link over there. If I have 5 people that want to do one-on-ones, I'll open up this coming Wednesday or Thursday if you guys want. As a matter of fact, let me open that up 1 second for Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday from 10 a.m. We'll do it till 3 p.m. Let's apply. And I'll open up this one as well. And then we'll do 3. Guys, if anybody is interested in a one-on-one, I just opened up this Wednesday and this Thursday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If anybody's interested, you guys can do a booking for a one-on-one. It's still in beta pricing, $50 for 45 minutes. This is going to go up later, but right now that's the pricing. That is going to go up later in pricing. What do you think about APLD? I don't know what APLD is, but I know what SoFi is. I like SoFi a lot. It seems like they're trying to find their groove. I wish that Anthony Noto was a more hands-on CEO like Vlad and like Alex Karp, but it is what it is. I like SoFi. I have no issues about it. I have a huge SoFi options. I probably have like 250,000, something like that, like 250K in SoFi options. I need SoFi to be $20 in the next 6 months. I like SoFi. Best app to trade in. I'm a beginner. Only Robinhood. I cannot even fathom trading in anything but Robinhood. I only trade in Robinhood. I can't do it in anything else. It's like you want to run headfirst into a brick wall. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't want to trade anything but on Robinhood. Have some covered call options on SoFi that expire Friday at a strike of 15. The goal is not to get assigned. I think you'll be okay. First of all, you shouldn't roll them yet. See what's going to happen on Monday or Tuesday, and then see what's going to happen. I think you'll be okay on that. How about the deep in the money put options a year to expirations, profitable or not? I don't like to sell anything a year in. You want to sell preferably somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks. The reason why you want to do 4 to 6 weeks is not because they're better or worse. The only thing is you get an added advantage. When buying an option, time is your worst enemy. But when selling an option, time is your best friend. Why? The last 30 to 45 days is crazy, crazy time decay. And the last week is even crazier, right? But that's why I like 4 weeks. It's a perfect median between management and getting my premiums in. So if you're selling 1 year out, it's fine. You can do it. You can make money. I've done it once in a while. But at the same exact time, you want to give yourself as much advantage as possible. And you're not giving yourself that advantage if you are selling options a year out. You're not getting the time decay benefit. Now you just have to pick the stock. But besides for picking the stock, when you're doing 4 weeks out or 1 week out or 6 weeks out, you also get time decay that if everything stays constant every single day, the option is going to be losing value in your favor. I made my first 2 million following Bill Ackman. God bless. God bless. On average, how much time do you spend every day trading options? Not much at all, to be honest. Like my month starts, I have a 4-week trading cycle. So for example, my trading cycle expires this Friday. So let's say this Friday, on this coming Monday, so not this Monday, tomorrow, but in 1 week, I would then start looking at new options. So Monday and Tuesday, I look for new options. I'll usually sell my options. And then I won't even touch it until the last week. So essentially, I spend a few hours to trade my options, and that's it. I know it sounds crazy, but literally a few hours. It's not more. Now, if you're talking about researching the stock market in general, that's a different story. I add a lot of time to that, but that's not me trading the options. Selling the options is pretty fast and simple. When you roll, do you collect another premium? I am hoping to make passive income. Yes. So what happens is if you have a option and then you roll it for another option. Will Cow, thank you so much for being a channel member. That's what's up. Thank you very, very, very much. I appreciate it. I hope all channel members will be joining us for the live in 15 minutes. Channel members only. And it's going to be group discussion, not just me talking. Where did he go? 1 second. Where is it? Palantir, to answer your question, I don't see the comment. I'm sorry. So I guess I'll start my comments from Jenny. But when you are rolling an option, when you sell an option, you collect a premium. That premium either goes up or down based on conditions and days in the market for that option. If the premium goes up, it's worth more. If the premium goes down, it's worth less. When you are rolling, you're buying out your existing contract and you're selling a new contract. So you're hoping that the sell of the new contract also gives you premium, and the premium you collect in the sell of a new contract eats the premium you owe on the existing contract. So you are literally selling an option and buying back your existing option, but you're using the funds from the new sell to buy back the initial one. If I missed your comment, just ask again. Is there a method to the stocks you choose to perform the wheel strategy on? Not really a method. I just do it on something that I know, and if I get assigned, I rarely get assigned, but like I have a SoFi $14 strike play, and I got assigned, so I then do covered calls on the $14 strikes, for example. But the best answer I could give you is do it on stocks that you know. You just want to do it on stocks that you know. That's it. It's really, really simple. As long as you do it on something that you know, you're good. You want to know the stocks inside and out. You don't want to do something that's something that you don't know. Just do it on stocks that you know, and your life is going to be very, very simple. Oh, thank you. I got a booking for Wednesday at 10 a.m. and I got a booking for Thursday at 2 p.m. If anybody else is interested, let me know, but it's filling up. Thank you. What are the risks of selling at the money to maximize premiums? You're just taking a bigger risk. I mean, it's the same thing as selling. The closer you are to the money, the more premium you're going to get. And then you can go beyond the strike. So if you're selling a cash secured put and you're selling above the strike price or above at the money, you're going to be getting even more premium. And if you're selling a covered call and you're selling below the at the money, you're going to get even more premium. That's all it is. It's very, very simple. You're taking more risk because you're betting on a certain direction, and that's it. Yo, DP, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. I hope to see you in 12 minutes. And guys, when we go live for the channel members, I really hope you guys are going to take me up on the link and we can actually have a discussion. I don't want to just be talking. I want to be talking back and forth with everybody. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I appreciate it. I would like to do Friday. I'm sorry, I'm not going to open up a Friday. That's a family day. But if you want, I have a booking for Wednesday and I have a booking for Thursday. Do you think this will rebound? Do you think this will be Sam? What's going to rebound? We gotta be a little more specific. What stock? Friday 1-on-1. I'm sorry, I can't do Friday. I could do Thursday or Monday or Wednesday. What high yield dividend stocks are you in? I am in around 25 different ones. So I'm in SPY, I'm in QQQI, I'm in PBDC, I'm in PFFA, I'm in Verizon, I'm in BTI, I'm in MO, I am in BTCI, I'm in BITO, I'm in IMST, I'm in STY, BIL, SGov, GPIC. I think that's off the top of my head. BITO. And I have a playlist for dividend stocks if you're interested. Thank you. Yeah, my pleasure. Triceptive. I sold 3 cash secured puts on Hood, $63 for July 3rd. How likely it gets there? Cash secured put 63. Let's see. Let's go to Hood. One moment. So Hood is currently trading at $71. You are at 63. So what's good is 63 is below the 20-day moving average. So at least you have that as some type of support. And they're expiring July 3rd. It's very tough to say. There's a good chance that this is going to hit. I think it's going to hit, to be honest with you, unless there's some bounce. But to be honest, the news of the S&P 500 threw this off. There's a big possibility that it's going to hit 63 just because it ran up like crazy. But again, that doesn't mean it's going to hit 63. I'm just saying that the support that I see right here is only the 20-day is holding it. We'll see how it's going to open, but don't worry about it right now. Worst case scenario, you could do what I did in the video, and you could basically move this forward 6 months to get out of the play, which is what I showed you. So you can roll this to January for 6 months and go to like $115, and you'll still collect premium. So just give it some time, and then you could manage it after that. DRV, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And Lawrence, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I hope to see you guys in the live in 9 minutes, guys. We're going to have the channel member live. Just go to the channel member window on YouTube, and you guys are going to see a link. Sign on. Palantard, I've heard that you have to call your broker and tell them that you don't want. Yeah. Do not execute. That's exactly what I was talking about, Kathy. Thank you very much for helping me. Kathy is 100% correct. That's what I was talking about earlier. You tell them do not execute, and I believe this is TJ does that. TJ the Wheel Deal did that. So, yeah. How about AMC? I don't trade AMC. I don't know nothing about AMC. I wouldn't touch AMC, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not for me. I would like to learn. Can I have a link for the 101? Sure. There is a link on the pinned comments. Just go on the pinned comment, and there's a link to become a channel member, and there's a link for a one-on-one. The one-on-ones is $50 for 45 minutes for financial entertainment. You can share your screen. I could share my screen. We can talk. And I've been told that it is the best $50 value on YouTube from the people that did it already. If somebody's in the chat who's done it, maybe you guys can shout it out for me. Nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have Misty. I have roughly like 85 grand in Misty. And I missed. I have like another 20 grand. So I have about 100 between the two of them. Weekly versus monthly. Wouldn't weekly provide? Yeah, weekly selling options on a weekly provides better than selling. If you do 4 weeklies, you're going to get more premium than doing 1 4-week. However, if you're selling a lot of options, to manage weeklies is so difficult and you're not going to sleep at night. But managing monthlies is really easy. You sell them and you forget it. For me personally, I can't do that. But if you have the time to manage it, go for it. RK, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. See you in the live in about 7 minutes, guys. MSTX. I own MSTX. I own MSTU. I own MSTR. MSTX for selling options and buying options, which you shouldn't buy options on 2x leverage funds. You should sell options on 2x leverage funds. Because of the time decay, it's so much in your favor. MSTU is much better when it comes to volume and options than MSTX, in my opinion. So if I was to own, or if I was to do options, which I do on both of them, but if I was to pick, MSTU is better than MSTX. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you. Sorry, it was a joke. Does the members have a replay if you remember? Yeah, of course. Everything has a replay, so I don't delete anything. All my lives on this channel don't get deleted, whether it's a members live or a non-members live. A members live, you cannot watch if you're not a non-member. So a members live is going to be up for members. Also, members are going to have access to the Discord for free. There's no extra money for that. As soon as the Discord is going to be up, it's going to be up within the next 30 days. And we're going to be doing these weekly lives every single week at 9 o'clock, unless there's some holiday or I have some event with the family, and I'll try to switch the times like I did last week. What will be your entry price for HIMS? I don't know. I'll make a video on it. Definitely not where we are right now. I'm going to look into it a little bit more, but definitely not where we are right now. Yeah, man, I can't agree with you. I love Robinhood, and I would never switch from Robinhood. Yo, thank you so much, Lynn. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, 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 very much for becoming a channel member. I love Robinhood. I don't like Robinhood. I love Robinhood because Robinhood gave me the financial independence to be retired at 42 years old. I would not be where I am. I would not be able to do what I do unless it's Robinhood. I know what I'm doing. I'm really good at this, and I have such a hard time using Schwab. It's absolute dreck. It's absolute caca. It's absolute hara. It's terrible. It is so bad to use these platforms, and I know what I'm doing, and I cannot use them. It is absolute trash. Rizwan, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Yo, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in the live. Thank you very, very much, Alice. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Guys, remember, channel member live is going to be in 4 minutes right after this. I want you guys to use the link that I'm going to put into the comments and join me. I don't want to just talk by myself. Let's have a conversation and let's bring this community to another level. Don't be scared to join the live, and we can actually talk and communicate. We got 94 watching, but 35 likes. Let's all hit the like button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Maytag. Maytag is amazing, by the way. Maytag is the only one from my old crew. We had like a crew, and he's the only one that actually started doing the selling options, and he's been super successful in it. Super, super successful on it. I will show you where it is 1 second. If you're going to go to... 1 second, guys. I'll show you. Okay, guys, look. If you're going to go to my channel, and you click on lives, you'll see it right here. If you go on lives, you're going to see that we have a members only live right here, and you're not going to be able to miss it. It's right here, guys. Just go on my lives and you'll see it. It'll pop up only for members. You guys will see it. Let me know if you guys see it. Oh, for the one-on-one, it's pinned, but I will give you another link right now. 1 second. This is the link for the one-on-one. It's also pinned, guys. Okay, we got 2 more minutes. Give me the questions, guys. Give me the questions. Lisa, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I'll see you in around 2 minutes. Let's answer some questions. Awesome. I have been thinking about cash secured puts on Ford. It's around $10. You know, maybe I'll do a video on Ford. A lot of people have been asking about Ford. Kathy, I'm going to do a video on Ford. Let me write it down, actually. Or, you know, in the live right now, we'll go over Ford. Let's go over Ford together. $10. I wrote it down. Let's do it together. Yeah, my pleasure. Not a problem. Let's see what else. Do you think it's safe to download an options tracker from YouTube? If not, do you know where I can buy one? I don't know where you can get one. I have an Excel sheet that I'm going to be giving to all of my community members as a download. That's it. So I don't really know where to get one. I have one that I use that I'll give to everybody for community members. You can't do 8 p.m. on Sundays. Sorry. I'm sorry, Elaine. View only. I mean, that's up to you what to download, but there's definitely a lot of channels that sell that too, so you could definitely download it. Will you talk about buying options for members? Yes, for community members, I will be talking about buying options. I will also be sharing my plays, both selling options and buying options. So yeah. I was actually looking about Snap. I was going to make me a video on that. Valerie, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And with that, thank you very, very much. I will see you next Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. for regular viewers. 9 o'clock p.m. I have members only, which I'm about to do right now. And it's going to be, I'm going to share a link and we can actually communicate in a group. I really hope that's going to work. And if you want to do a one-on-one, become a member, I have a link that's linked up on top. It is pinned. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Guys, for all the channel members, let's go into that live. I'll see you guys later. Peace. One love.